Hi and welcome. This is Damon Bruce and you're watching 2K Sports. Thursday Hoops. It'll be the Toronto Raptors facing off against the New York Knicks. And now, time for the call by Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg from New York City as they get ready for the opener.
Number 12 pick in this summer's draft went to one of the elite teams in Oklahoma City.
And so off the tip, it's New York. Sprewell, McGrady cover.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Well, guys, with the style of defense he plays, an opponent better make sure every pass is a smart one if he's around. Because if it's not, it'll be in his hands before you know it, heading the other way for an easy lay-in.
And don't forget now, a walking highlight reel every time he steps on the court. His flair for the dramatic makes him worth the price of admission all by himself.
Carter with the three. Here's Davis. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Ward, he's guarded by Williams. Passes to Ward. Some nice passing by New York here. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Houston. And it's good. The time running down to the shot clock. Here is Williams. Now the pass to Davis. McGrady. Pass to Carter. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, for so long, the Knicks have been the punchline of the Eastern Conference the last decade. Poorly managed contracts and questionable trades really kept them from rising to the top in the East. But once again now, they look like a powerhouse.
And the first one drops. And Clark, you were right. The Knicks were a powerhouse last season. Steve, 37 wins against the rest of the conference. And they just would dominate other teams at times.
Well, they're a team that doesn't really want to run a lot or force tempo. They just kind of want to get you in the half court. They don't turn the ball over, and they bury you from long range. So, you know, they found their identity last year, and it really dominated in that Eastern Conference.
Carter hits them both.
A lot of high hopes for the Knicks in last year's playoffs. They started off so hot, but then let the series against Boston drag on, and eventually went to 7 games, and they fell to the Pacers in the second round after that.
Here's Sprewell. And that one hits back iron.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert. He's got to take that every time. Great close out there, forcing the errant shot.
Well, he made it a tough shot again. He didn't give up on it, and he got a hand up.
Wasted no time on that one. He has 5. And the Boston series did drag on, you could tell. You wonder if they were a bit fatigued going into that Pacers series. Steve, Indiana just outplayed him, outworked him in every way in the second round.
Yeah, I think it was a factor, Kevin, and really the Knicks have only themselves to blame. They had Boston down 3-1 and a home game to close it out, but they couldn't get it done. And there's no doubt that affected them against Indiana in the next series.
Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Williams kicks to McGrady. Dishes it to Davis. And he jams it with authority. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
No good from Ward.
Now, normally that's a shot people make, but that's not really his bread and butter there.
Carter dishes to Williams. Back to Carter. On the wing, Tracy McGrady. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. McGrady's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, here's what the Raptors head coach had to say when we spoke earlier. As far as key factors coming into this game, he said that defense is their focus, and he added, our shot blocking really gives us that anchor inside, and the foundation we need to be successful at that end of the floor. That's something we can count on, and of course, the rest of our defensive execution is just as important, if not more so. Kevin, it's always defense first.
Okay, thank you, Doris. And the defensive approach, guys, how do you think that'll play out here?
I don't know, Kevin. I'm not sure they should be more focused on their opponent than they are on themselves.
That is sort of the way it sounds, Steve, but still, I don't think a defense-first mindset is ever a bad thing.
Here is Williams after the made shot from Houston. Carter kicks to McGrady. Shoots from the baseline. They get it again. Bounces high off the rim and drops. McGrady's got 5.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out, that's the result you get right there.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. The Raptors making a switch here. Christie's checked in. The Knicks have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game up. Sprewell, McGrady covering, and Davis sends it back. McGrady right side. A nice shot by Carter. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
But great hustle defensively through 2 quarters of play, contesting everything, starting to rack up those blocked shots, guys.
They're crashing the offensive glass hard, too. I mean, they've dropped in several second-chance baskets.
And so here is New York, following the score by Vince Carter. Ewing misses. On the wing, Tracy McGrady. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line.
You know, it wasn't a surprise that the Raptors struggled on the road. Most young teams do. They were 13-28 as the visiting team. They did end the year looking a lot more dangerous on the road than they started, though.
Free throw good, McGrady. Well, Clark, you were talking about the Raptors' struggles on the road. They didn't have the best road record at the end of the season, as you said, but, Steve, they did show some bite with their play.
You know, one of the interesting stats from the Raptors last year is they actually scored more points on the road than they did at home, and that rarely happens in the NBA. But I think the big thing with Toronto, their defense has to improve more than anything else.
And McGrady drops them both.
You know, it appeared to be another season where the Raptors would be near the bottom of the league, but while the terms rock bottom and embarrassing floated around, they made some moves and were able to go on a run to climb towards the middle of the pack.
Christie the pass to McGrady. There's the pick. Pass to Christie. Curry Here's the three. Here's garbage man, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
What a play. The hoop plus the harm.
Excellent concentration on the finish. That's big time.
Johnson, he's checked in for Toronto. The Raptors have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Well, you take a look back to last year, guys. This is a club that converted about 76% of its free throws.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
Well, we all know the trade for Rudy Gay, the major move coming last season for the Raptors. They were able to get a look at the playoff scenario at times. And, you know, Steve, it looked like they were much more competitive down the stretch.
Yeah, this is a team that has struggled the last few years, but I think that spark near the end of the regular season gives them hope. And now it's time to start that climb, get back into the playoffs, and continue to build and become an excellent NBA franchise because they have the potential to do so.
New York calls timeout. And during the timeout, both coaches getting a chance here to review the strategy at this point of the game along with the discussions. Also some rehydration going on with Gatorade. Everyone trying to bring their top game here tonight.
Yeah, that's why you see the trainers going around to every player, making sure they're hydrated, they're getting enough to drink during the game. And so important to hydrate yourself and keep yourself strong and ready to play for these big minutes down the stretch.
Here is Robinson after the made shot from Marks. Back to Robinson. Six on the shot clock. Here's Johnson. And the Knicks miss again. Here's Toronto now. They're on a 19-7 run. Pass to Christie. From 11 feet away. That is good.
Doing a great job here, able to create some second chance points with their extra effort and hustle.
Knicks trailed by 11. Robinson kicks to Johnson. And the shot is good.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Robinson against Christie. The pass to Marks. Here's Christie. Kicks it to Curry. Blocked. There's 47 seconds left here in the opening quarter. He dishes it to Johnson. Back to Wallace. New York moving the ball around. He kicks it to Robinson. Ring shot on the way. Some solid defense from Christie. Raptors leading by 9. "16 seconds left here in the first quarter. Tries in the post. The Knicks pull it in. He feeds it to Johnson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
The Knicks have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
Now, the numbers last year for them at the line, not great. Just 73% free throw shooting as a team.
That's good from Johnson. The Raptors making a switch here. So Johnson hits 2 of them. And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's the Raptors. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Taking a look here at the Raptors' performance here, Clark and Steve. What have they been doing or not doing in your opinion?
And I thought they built this lead mainly because of their work on the glass. They really dominated the rebounding totals.
And it takes an effort from all 5 guys to get a rebounding advantage like that. Everybody has to rebound the ball. That's how you finish off your defense.
Here is Garbage Man. He passes it to Marks. Johnson's there. Fires from 14. Nice touch on the bank shot.
That's a nice play there. The more contributors this team can get, the better.
Knicks trail by 9.
Anytime you have an offense that's based on a lot of isolations, you're not going to get a ton of assists. Despite being right at the bottom in terms of team assist totals, the Knicks were still a pretty good offensive team.
Here's Brunson. A three-pointer off the mark. Raptors leading by 9. Carter dishes to Curry. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Curry's got himself on the board with 3 there. Clark, as you said, the Knicks were a solid team on offense in the top third amongst all NBA teams. But, Steve, it wasn't because they were zipping the ball around.
No, they ran a lot of isolation plays, particularly for Carmelo Anthony. And it was effective at times, but you could see when the Knicks struggled, it was usually because their offense kind of came to a halt, and they weren't able to generate the movement to open up their three-point shooters.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Brick. Doris, over to you.
Yes, guys, for Steve Nash last season, he became just the 5th player in league history to crack 10,000 assists, joining John Stockton, Jason Kidd, Mark Jackson, and Magic Johnson. Nash said to have just one scholarship offer and to play in the NBA as long as I have and to be on a list with people like Magic is beyond my wildest dreams, adding, it's incredibly special, humbling, and a tribute to playing with a lot of great players over my career. No surprise, fellas, giving credit to his teammates.
Well, you have to like that focus on the team first. Thanks, Doris.
Hey, guys, you know, the Raptors were at the bottom of the Atlantic Division once again this past season, but the silver lining there is that they seem to be improved as a team. The problem is the rest of the division improved right along with them.
And Camby, no good on that one. Well, the Raptors, the bottom of the Atlantic with the record of 5-11 against the rest of that division. They'll need to do better than that to climb out of the cellar this season.
Well, it's going to take a lot. Raptors won 34 games last year, but they still found themselves struggling to win games in the Atlantic. It is a good division, but they can make improvement. There's plenty of talent there, and I think that's going to be one of the keys this year, how well they play against teams in the Atlantic.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Sprewell nails the wide-open jump shot. He's got 5.
Well, it was a dismal start from the field for them in the first quarter, but they're finally starting to turn it around.
Well, I don't think it could have gotten any worse, partner. I mean, you figure they had all their bad misses out of the way, and it should be good to go now.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession. Tracy McGrady's checked in for Christie. Knicks trail by 7. There's the feed to Ewing. Pass to Ward. Back to Ewing. No good. Great D that time from Davis.
And I think the lead they've built here, guys, is in large part due to what they've done on the boards.
Absolutely. I mean, they have a +10 advantage in rebounds, and they've been in total control of the backboard.
And it's the Knicks with the ball after the made shot from Davis. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Davis. Outside Williams. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Well, they've settled into a pretty nice groove here offensively in the second quarter.
Yeah, I like the way they picked up the pace shooting the ball. I mean, the field goal percentage upwards of 50% now.
Free throw no good for Williams.
Well, for a long time for the New York fans, going to see a Knicks game was an exercise in masochism, but they've turned it around in a big way, and now this is a tough place to play for a road team.
The 17-footer goes down. He has 7.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Toronto leading by 9. Carter outside. All sorts of time. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. And that's now 6 points for Vince Carter. And Clark, that's what winning's going to do for you. The Knicks had the second best home record in the East last season as they won 31 games here.
Well, you know, Kevin, there's so much mystique here in this building. Everybody loves to play in New York. It's the mecca for basketball in this country. And when NBA players come into New York, they can't wait to play against this Knicks team. And the Knicks, they want to defend their home floor.
McGrady cover. Ewing gets it to go. Ewing's got his first basket.
Well, they're finally starting to shoot the ball a little bit better now.
You know, I thought this was the kind of play they needed in the first quarter, but as I always like to say, it's better late than never.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Here's Williams. There's the dish to Davis. Carter. Feeds to McGrady. Back to Carter. From the arc. That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. 9 points for Vince Carter. Knicks trailed by 12. Passes it to Houston. The screen from Ewing. Clock at 6. Here's Ward. And he converts the layup.
Well, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. You know, force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively. You know, the rebounding edge here has been key because they're getting a lot of extra possessions offensively as a result.
Guys, you're absolutely right. It's made all the difference. That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Houston, the pass to Ward. Dishes it to Ewing. From 13, gets it to go. Ewing's got 4 points in the quarter.
It looks like he's finding his touch now because the shots are starting to fall.
There's 1:40 left in the first half. Here's Davis. Can't get it to go. So New York will take it the other way. And there's the pass to Ward. To the paint. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Davis. Now here's Williams. Shoots a 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Ewing's got his 4th rebound in this one. .103 left in the second quarter. Takes the 13-footer. Gets the bucket. Ewing's at 6.
Starting to get a little momentum here after that scoreless first quarter.
Raptors leading by 6. Carter outside. Back to Williams. Carter outside. Carter left side. The good-looking shot from the wing. 11 points in the game.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Thomas, a screen on Williams. Pass to Thomas. There's the block.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Now, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and it's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
Count that one. And it's 8 points for Davis. We've got 13 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Sprewell. Great D that time from Tracy McGrady.
That's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
And that concludes the first half. Raptors lead by 10. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Well, it's halftime on 2K Sports. This is Damon Bruce.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
We watched a great quarter by Carter. He has 11 points, and he's also got one block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, it's just a small part of what's been a solid overall contribution by him defensively.
Williams kicks to Davis. Carter outside. Carter off a bit from Davis. Jacks up a three. And there's Tracy McGrady, the assist by Carter. McGrady's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Raptors. Knicks trail by 13. Or the pass to Ewing. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
And the free throw, no good.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
Carter kicks to Williams. Puts up a three. Williams with another miss.
And that's a shot you can't pass up. He should knock that down.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. No good from Houston. Raptors leading by 11. Tracy McGrady on the wing, defended by Ward. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Raptors shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both. New York calls timeout.
And they need a timeout, Kevin. They haven't been boxing out like they need to, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Knicks trail by 13. Kicks to Thomas. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
Free throw good, Thomas. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Williams kicks to Willis. McGrady. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Carter outside. Back to McGrady. Just 5 to shoot. Makes the lead pass. That's good from Davis on the assist by McGrady. McGrady's got 3 assists now in this one.
See the way he times his passes so well? That's a great assist.
And so here is New York, a 12-point game. Ward, he's guarded by Williams. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's Houston. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Raptors leading by 12. Williams kicks to McGrady. Off target with his 3. For New York, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. He dishes it to Ewing. A baseline J.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. That's good from Ewing. A new group in now for the Raptors. Both free throws good from Ewing. Raptors leading by 10. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Here's Garbage Man. Second chance shot, and the layup is good. 6 points for him.
You gotta love the low post offense. That was beautiful.
New York's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Outside Robinson. He kicks to Ewing. Back to Robinson. 6 to shoot. 8 feet away. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
You know, one thing that was a big problem for the Knicks in their postseason run, and really in their overall season, is that they had trouble rebounding the ball at times. That's a problem if you're going to be a championship caliber team. You've got to board the ball.
Back to Curry. Releases. Connects. The jumper drops. Curry's got 5.
Well, Kevin, probably his greatest value lies in his tremendous three-point shooting. When he's out on the perimeter, it gives them the ability to really stretch the defense out.
And another thing about his game that's really noticeable is how well he handles defensive pressure when he's getting his shot off. He's a very composed shooter.
And you saw it for the Knicks last year, as you were talking about, Clark, and mostly against the Pacers, where they were out-rebounded in that series by a double-digit margin. Steve, you can't have that happen and expect to win a series in the playoffs.
No, that was a tough matchup, though, Kevin. Indiana was such a good rebounding team, so strong inside, and the matchups just did not go New York's way. But I think it's something they'll have to get better at this season if they plan on making a deeper run, because matchups like that are going to happen, and you have to be prepared.
Knicks trailed by 11. To the inside, here's Ewing. And good on the basket. Book it. Ewing's got 6 here in this quarter.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Toronto. Change it. Here is Garbage Man. McGrady passes to Garbage Man. Back to McGrady. Backing him down. Shot clock at 6. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Knicks trailed by 11. Sprewell, McGrady covering. He feeds it to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot is off. Toronto leading by 11. And here's the fast break. Up the floor. Here's McGrady. Gets it to go. McGrady's got 9 points now in just the second half.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
1:57 left to play in the third. Lang. It's rebounded by Garbage Man. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. He passes to Curry.
Watch outside.
Pass to McGrady. Backs down. Softly drops in the floater. McGrady's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. Sprewell, McGrady covering. Here's Sprewell. The shot will not go. And Toronto will come the other way. On its way from Curry for 2. Here's Marks. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. 8 points for him. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Here's Brunson. New York, no good that time either. Toronto with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Passes it to Garbage Man. Curry. Now the feed to McGrady. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Can't cash in from close range.
They're losing their composure a little bit here on the bad end of the run.
Yeah, they are, and they need to come up with a rally-wrecking play here to stop this run.
Fell through. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Here's Robinson. The dish now to Camby. Gets to the ring for 2 with the D all over him. Camby's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for New York. Raptors leading by 17. Here's Christie. Williams kicks to Carter. Fades back. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Not really the shot they were looking for, but still they got it to go.
Robinson with it. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Can be good.
Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Toronto shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. And here is Williams. Outside, Davis. Left side, Davis. Back to Williams. Clock at 4. Here's Christie. Good on the three-point shot. And the Raptors lead by 20. Here's New York. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Houston. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Now here's Williams. Christie kicks to Willis. The pass to Christie. There's a screen by Willis. And Canby over to help. Outside Carter. It's rebounded by Canby.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Robinson. Pass to Houston. Canby, a screen on Davis. Wallace kicks to Robinson. No good. Good work defensively by Carter. Raptors leading by 18. Pass to Christie. Now Willis. Carter outside. They double him with Wallace. Christie kicks to Williams. Christie. There's the three. Shot is off. Knicks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Robinson passes to Houston. Feeds it to Wallace. Dishes to Robinson. From the baseline. Here's Ewing, and he drops him the layup off the glass.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Yep, ball movement, player movement. They're generating a lot of easy opportunities for themselves down there.
And the Raptors call time here. The Raptors making the switch here. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Christie, defended by Houston. Christie kicks to Davis. Carter, pocket 6. He dishes it to McGrady. And count it, 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
How about the field goal percentage shooting this half, guys? It's gone through the roof.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Sprewell. And that one goes long.
Been a rough shooting night for him, but I don't mind that shot. He had a good look at it.
Here's Christie. McGrady outside. Passes it to Christie. 6 to shoot. The shot. And another basket for Toronto.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Shooting for New York, Canby. At the line for 2.
And he can't get the first one. And New York making a change here. And he's good on the second. Raptors leading by 20. Carter kicks to Davis. Christie. Davis sets a screen. He feeds it to McGrady. There's the pass to Christie. Kicks to Davis. 6 on the shot clock, and that one's good.
The shot quality is very good here, and they're making most of them this half.
Oh, the way they're converting on seemingly every shot, I wouldn't be surprised to see their field goal percentage just keep going up.
So it's the Knicks now. Pass to Ward. Beyond the arc. Gets it to go.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Christie the pass to Davis. Carter outside. And here is Willis, defended by Houston. The jump hook. Knicks with the rebound.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Plenty of space. Good.
Well, he's a spot-up shooter, one of the best. One of those guys who, if you give him an inch, I mean, that's all it takes. He will let it fly and frequently knock down that shot.
And offensively, you'll find him often lurking on those corners. Always a high percentage shot among three-pointers, and especially for him.
Here's Christie, defended by Ward. Pass to Willis. 1:56 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Christie. 6 to shoot. Unloads. It's rebounded by Camby. Knicks trail by 17. Ward the pass to Camby. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tracy McGrady. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul might force him to scale back the aggression defensively a little bit. He does not want to pick up number 5.
.132 left in the fourth quarter. Deep 2 from Robinson. That one off the back iron and out.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Left side Curry. Gets a very good look and converts. And the Raptors lead by 19.
Well, it's a wrap, fellas. No way you come back in this one.
Not anymore. Any chance of that happening went out the window a while ago.
And so here is New York. And 1:01 left to play in the final quarter. Clock at 6. Robinson defended by Christie. Robinson can't get that one to fall.
Boy, this has been flat out ugly for him this quarter. He hasn't hit a thing out there.
Workman. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Shooting. Workman. Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Johnson, he's checked in for New York. He's perfect from the line this time. New York's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. He kicks to Robinson. Robinson can't get that one to fall.
And this has not been a quarter for him to remember.
Yeah, it sure hasn't, Steve. I mean, he's been doing his invisible man impersonation here, hasn't he?
Christie kicks to Curry. Shot clock at 6. And he gets the jumper to drop.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on him.
Here's Robinson. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
Knicks trail. 62.
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Tracy McGrady.